Alright, we are back with Pokemon Soul Silver. I believe this is the 6th part, and the last time we left off, we got 2 new team members, being Heracross and Wooper, although in reality their names are Wet Noodle and Horn Noodle, not in that order. So, and then we also made it all the way through Elix Forest, and that's pretty much all we did, because like I said, I'm shortening these down to 15 minutes, so not as much stuff is going to get done. So, sad face. But, from here we can move on to Route 34. Route 34 is nothing too special, and it's just on the way to the next town, being Goldenrod City. So we have a trainer here, and Heracross is probably going to get shredded in this fight. So we'll probably have to switch training with somebody who will not get shredded in this fight. We'll see what the first Pokemon is, and we'll see if it's worth leaving him out. I mean, we'll do something. We'll use Horn Attack once, and use Quick Attack, and probably going to bring me to half health. Well, that did less than I thought. Okay, well, like I said, that attack stat's going to work even though he's underleveled. Most Pokemon that would be on the same level as Horn Noodle right now would not be doing nearly as much damage. Because like I said, Heracross's attack stat is just pretty, you know, so... It's definitely something to be admiring about Heracross. Heracross is just a really good Pokemon. Please level up. Yeah! Go Horn Noodle! Get them levels. Alright, next Pokemon is going to be a Spearow, and he is 4 times weak to Flying type because he's Bug and Fighting. Both types are weak to Flying. So we're going to switch out to Wet Noodle, and hopefully Wet Noodle will be able to take him out without any assistance. Normally when Pokemon trainers have more Pokemon, it means they will be lower level. What to use? Water Gun. Because Ground type move is weak, or Flying is immune to Ground, so... There's Mud Shot wouldn't do anything against him, so we're just going to have to stick with the Water Gun. So that's pretty much what this battle is going to be, is me just using Heracross and Wet Noodle to try and take out these guys. So I'll skip it till the end of the battle, because this could probably get pretty boring. Alright, so Wet Noodle took a pretty good whacking in that fight, so he's going to need to be healed. But he did also level up. I ended up just having Wet Noodle take out the last of them, except for the last Pokemon I had to switch to Noodle to make sure he wasn't going to get offed, so... That's what we gotta do. Sometimes training can be a bit of a bitch to do on these lower level Pokemon. I'll meet you guys after this fight. So for the first time in a while, Casper had to see some action because Wet Noodle almost got offed and Horn Noodle did get offed. Mary, yeah, we'll keep Casper out. But dang, dude, this took a turn for the worse. I'll show you guys after this fight, but man, this got bad. And then, of course, there at the end of the fight, it got even worse. So Wet Noodle's still alive. Barely, as you can see. Yeah, it ain't good for him. But Horn Noodle just got straight up fainted. But that doesn't matter too much, and you'll see why. We're going to skip this trainer for now and go around him and get a wild encounter. Stupid wild encounters. This building right here is why it doesn't really matter why. So, Lyra's meeting up with us for the first time in a good chunk of time, actually. So this is Lyra's grandfather who runs... Okay, well, I guess she's going to have to talk to us first. Come on. Just get so I can talk. Come on, please. This takes forever. So, and inside is her grandmother. Oh, boyfriend. Uh-oh, this is bad. So, aside from all the talking that nobody wants to seem to stop doing, this is the daycare. You can leave 2 Pokemon here, and this is really... Oh, wow, we never actually got Lyra's phone number before. I mean, we do now, so, you know. That was a joke. Alright. So, like I said before, this is the daycare. Daycare is... It serves 2 purposes. You can put Pokemon in the daycare, and then every step you take... will be 1 experience point that you will get. And you can use this to level up Pokemon. Now, I wouldn't recommend this for long-term use because the problem with this is that, by the way, what I'm doing here is I'm putting a Pokemon in the box and taking him right back out. If you do this, it actually fully heals your Pokemon, which is useful. So, that's nice. But, as I was saying before, Pokemon in the daycare serve two purposes. Every step you take while Pokemon is in the daycare, it will raise 1 experience point. And like I said, it's not good for long term because whatever moves you have will just get overridden automatically by moves they would learn when they reach whatever level they would learn a move at. And the problem with that is that they will take... they would just get rid of your moves, even if it was a really good move. So I actually remembered, I'm actually going to teach this Heracross U-turn, and he's not able to. So forget I just said that. I am an idiot. That's weird. It's a bug-type move, and it is a bug-type Pokemon. Whatever. Makes sense to me, but screw my logic, I guess. So, but the other purpose it serves is for breeding. So, breeding is a huge topic to get into, but to give you a very quick rundown, all Pokemon are put inside of one of a specific amount of egg groups, and I guess we have to have this guy mouth off to us. Okay, so this phone number is actually also used for breeding purposes. In case you have Pokemon, we'll get into a second. So, how it works is you put 2 Pokemon in there. Every single Pokemon is put within a specific egg group, and now if it's there's 2 exceptions to that. One would be Ditto, and the other would be Ditto being a Pokemon, and the other would be every single legendary Pokemon and a few other exceptions to go along with that. And basically how it works is you put 2 Pokemon in the daycare that are part of the same egg group. They don't have to be the same species, but if they're part of the same egg group, they will mate, and then after a certain amount of time, they have a chance of laying an egg, which is what this dude gave us his phone number for. In case he finds an egg, he would call us and tell us, you know, your Pokemon just laid an egg. I don't know what's going on. Pretty shitty breeder if we don't know what's going on if somebody lays an egg. But and then it's just the same as the Togepi from earlier. We run around and it hatches once we reach its step count. But breeding is more... It's more used for competitive battling. Like if you really want to get a specific type of Pokemon, there are certain moves that you can breed with other Pokemon from the same egg group that a Pokemon is not normally able to learn. So there's purposes for stuff like that, but unless you're doing competitive battling, none of it's really necessary. It's really not that big of a deal. But a few things to be mentioned is that the Pokemon Ditto I mentioned earlier, Ditto doesn't actually fall into a egg group because it falls into all of them. Any Pokemon that is capable of breeding can breed with Ditto, including ones that aren't actually, meaning if you breed a Manaphy with a Ditto, is the only legendary who can actually breed. Every other Pokemon other than that will be able to breed with Ditto as well, with the exception of legendaries. No legendary Pokemon except for Manaphy is able to breed at all, meaning that you will never be able to hatch Infinite Arceus because that would just be overpowered as shit. So that's pretty much all I really have to say on breeding. Like I said, it goes way more in depth than that, but it would take more than the 15 minutes I have to describe to you what all the intricacies of breeding. So with that being said, I'm going to go and meet you guys after this fight because I'm sure this gets annoying after a while. Noodle's already about to die again because I think he's actually faster than me. And then he used Leer like an idiot. Look at this. He just gave me this victory. Get fucked. So after that fight, he's trying to learn a move, Fury Attack. So Fury Attack it's a halfway decent move. It's not something you want to hold on to, but it's better than Leer, so we're going to get rid of it. This introduces the same thing that Bullet Seed was before. It's a really weak move, but it has a chance to hit 2 to 5 turns. So every single time you use the move, you're guaranteed to hit at least twice, but it can hit up to 5 times. So it's really not that good, but a good thing about it is that every single one of those moves has its own roll for a critical hit chance. So say you did a bunch of math and you found out that a Pokemon's next move has a 20% chance to crit. Every single one of those Fury Attacks, all 5 of them, or however many you get, would all roll that own 5-sided die to roll that 20% chance of being able to, you know, hit a critical hit, which is good, but I mean, Fury Attack itself is also really weak, and it's normal, and normal does not have any super effective weakness against any Pokemon, not like Bullet Seed, where it actually does more damage than Fury Attack already does, and it's a grass-type move, meaning it will have type advantages against some Pokemon. And that was a really horrible level up. There's 2 stats that didn't even get bonused. That's awful. Jesus. Oh, this dude's gonna give us his phone number again, isn't he? Please don't. Please. Ugh. Oh, Mother's calling us. Let's see what she's got to say. Yeah, this is what I figured. So like I said, if you have your mother store money up for you, she will go and buy you items that you can go and pick up later on. These are all not randomly generated. They're all guaranteed to happen at certain points. And a lot of these items can be really good, but also a lot of them can be, you know, God damn it, Mom, why'd you waste my money, if you get what I'm saying. So we're going to put Heracross back in the HP to heal him back up. Alright, he's all healed up now. Sorry, I didn't mean to speed up. I don't really only ever speed up when I'm off screen, grinding and stuff like that. So right here, this guy is actually a trainer, but he won't actually battle you unless it's nighttime. And there's a few of those that are like that. So right now it's daytime, even though I'm recording this just after the last episode, and now my computer doesn't think I'm in Tokyo anymore. So, oh, item. So that guy, if you come back at nighttime, he'll battle you. Right now, he's not going to do anything. So TM63. TM63 is a new item. Obviously, it's a new move you can learn called Embargo, and Embargo is usually a pretty crap and useless move, but it does have very specific uses. And the thing that makes Embargo good is whenever you use it, it prevents the opposing Pokemon being able to use items. So even the trainer cannot use items on it. So if I was in the middle of a battle and I needed to heal somebody up with a potion, couldn't do it if they used Embargo on me. And also a hold item, I believe, also is not able to be used, even if it was already holding it. I don't know how you could make a Pokemon. I didn't mean to switch to Noodle. That was a mistake. Well, he's dead. No, he's not. Wow. I'll just throw Heracross back in front so we get some EXP, but that's not what I meant to do. Sorry about that. I forgot I switched them around in the PC too. Anyway, so Embargo is a very specific use move. You really only ever use Embargo unless you're countering a person's strategy and you specifically know what that strategy is. Otherwise, it's just really not useful. It's a really horrible move. That was such an unnecessary crit. But with that, hopefully with that huge level gap, it gave us a level up. But yeah, I didn't think so. I know it got cut in half because, you know, Noodle got some of that, but oh well. And another person gonna waste our time by giving us their stupid phone number. Thanks, buddy. We made it to Goldenrod City. So Goldenrod City, there's not really much to do in here. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to get another team member here too, actually. I don't know if we can get it now or if we get it later, but I believe it's this house right here. It is not. It is, but not yet. So this is the right house, but we're not doing anything here yet. So Goldenrod City is a huge town with a lot to do. And so we're going to explore most of it in the next episode, but for right now, this is the only place we're going to explore. So this is the Pokemon Shopping Center, and this has more than just your standard shops, which it does have that. Obviously, you can tell. So they are actually selling way better items than we're going to need for a very long time. So they got stuff like Hyper Potions and Max Potions. This is like endgame stuff, and they also sell Revives here. The items I said that will fully restore a Pokemon if they're used outside of battle. And then the other person here who has, what do you got? More Pokeballs. Ultra Ball. So, like I said, the Pokeball's got a 1x catch rate. This Great Ball multiplies your catch rate by 1.5, and this will multiply it by 2. And the Ultra Ball is still nowhere near the best Pokeball in the game. And this is what I'm finally excited to get, is Super Repels. So Super Repels are pretty much what you'll be using for the whole game after you're done with your normal Repels. I'm going to not buy them for now because I got Repels, I'm fine. But there's 3 types of repels you can get: super repels, max repels, and just normal repels. This guy is where you buy all your items, your battle items, your X items. Like I said, they're not that useful though. They're only really useful if you're doing Pokemon challenges. But the thing about max repels is they're actually less efficient than super repels. You get less steps with your money than you do with max repels, or with super repels. So I recommend you just buy super repels only. So these items are huge. These are stat items. Whenever you use this on a Pokemon, it will very slightly raise the base stat of whatever item you use, of whatever stat you use it on, and it is really good. But for now, they're also stupid expensive and pretty useless. This person sells TMs. Some of these are useful, and by some of them, I mean specifically this one right here that I'm going to be buying as soon as I get enough money for it. I might grind off screen until I get enough money for this one. A lot of these not so useful. This is Solar Beam. This is Flamethrower. This is Blizzard. Like I said, a lot of these are useful. This is Hyper Beam. Damn, Hyper Beam is a really good move. It's probably the strongest move you'll encounter for this entire series, or in this playthrough. We got one that suppresses damage from physical and special attacks. This is Reflect. This is Reflect. This is, I forget what the other one for special attack is. It's Reflect and Light Screen. That's what it is. This one is False Swipe. They all have their different uses. You can just look them up online. They're not that big of a deal. A lot of them are useless. A lot of them are really, really good. So just remember that in mind. And I just remember we're at 15 minutes. So we're going to go to these last two. This is the one that is kind of interesting. This is a daily lottery. You can pay $300 per day to pick a ticket. And a number 3 prize. That's actually way better than I thought I was going to do. So basically, what this does is she gives you a... I'm saying so basically a lot now that I realize it. There's a few items you can get. The number 1 prize is TM65 and then a nest ball or just a random berry if you get number 3. And it's completely random, but I believe how it's determined is it takes your Pokemon trainer number that's on your trainer ID, and then it gives you a 6-digit number to match it. And if it matches all the digits, or not all the digits, 3 of the digits, 2 of the digits, or 1 of the digits, it will give you a prize from the 1, 2, or 3. It used to be way better back in the older versions of the game because you can get some ridiculously good items from it. But that's all we got time for. We're actually running over by a minute. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I will see you guys next time.